session of Civics chapter number 2, Understanding Secularism. Today we will be seeing that what is Indian secularism. Okay. So see, although the term secular was inserted in the preamble in 1967, yet India has always been a secular state. India is vast country with full of diversity, cultures and religions. In fact, the fraternity and unity of the country like India could be built only on a secular basis. According to our constitution, only a secular state can achieve its objectives by ensuring the following elements. Now, what are the following elements that we will see? The one religion community does not dominate another religious group in the country. So this is the one element, okay, that one religious community does not dominate another religious group in the country. Next is that some members of religious group do not dominate other members of the same religious community. Yes, and the third is the state does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. Our country prevents the all mentioned domination in the some ways that we will see. India has adopted a strategy of separating religions from the state that we have seen. It does not support any one religion. For example, if we see that we cannot celebrate any religious festival in government school or the school premises, yes, so we cannot celebrate any festival, yes, that is related to religions. So there is a public holiday for each important religious festival so that we can celebrate it at home. Yes, so India also adopts a strategy of non-interference with religious practice in order to respect the sentiments of all religions. For this purpose, the state makes certain exceptions in the law for particular religious communities. For example, as per the law in Delhi, wearing a helmet is essential for the person who is driving two-wheelers. But the Sikh have been exempted from this law. Why? Because they are wearing a pagri on the head, or what we can say the turban. Okay. So, it is very important part for Sikh religion. So, the government cannot force the Sikh to wear a helmet. Are you getting me? The state adopts a strategy of intervention in the order to prevent the domination mentioned earlier. For example, untouchability. We will take the example of untouchability, in which the member of the same religion, means upper caste Hindus, dominate other members, some lower caste Hindus. The Indian constitution bans this practice of untouchability. In this way, what we can say, in this way the state intervenes the religion in order to prevent an evil social practice. It believes that untouchability violates the fundamental rights of the lower caste Hindus. Are you getting me? The state also intervenes in the religion-based personal laws of communities in order to ensure the equal, what we can say, the equal inheritance right. The state intervenes in the religion through its support. For example, our constitution allows the religious communities to establish their own schools and colleges. The state also, I am talking about the Indian state, okay. The state also provides the financial aids to these such type of institutions. Okay. Now we will see the similarities and what are the dissimilarities of the Indian secularism with other democratic countries. Okay. So first we will see what are the similarities. See, our Indian secularism is similar to other democratic countries in the following ways. Now, what are the ways that in that ways we can say that how the Indian secularism is similar to other democratic countries. Okay, so some of the above mentioned objectives regarding the secularism are similar in other countries too, and have been included in the constitution of other democratic countries in the world. We will take the example now. See, according to the first amendment of the US Constitution, the legislature cannot declare any religion as the official religion. That is, it cannot give preference to one religion. As we know, the same is the same in the case of in India here too. Neither the state nor the religion can interfere in the affairs of one another. Okay. Now, what are the dissimilarities or uniqueness? See, the dissimilarities, if we see, Indian secularism differs from other democratic countries in the world in the following ways. Which are the ways? The Indian secularism can intervene in religious affairs. For example, in case of untouchability. But there is a strict separation between religious and state in American secularism. In Indian secularism, any interference in religious by the state has to be based on the ideals laid by the constitution or laid out in the constitution. Thus, we find that India is a secular state. It works in various ways to prevent religious domination by any community. Our constitution guarantees the fundamental rights that are based on these secular principles. Yes, now what are the fundamental rights that in the previous chapters we have seen? However, we may find many examples of the violations of these rights in our society. Therefore, the law should be strictly implemented. So basically what we have learned in this chapter, that secularism refers to the belief that religion should not be involved in the organization of society. The another point we have learned that a secular state is one in which the state does not officially promote any one religion as the state religion. Yes. The next we have discussed that India is a secular state. It does not favor any particular religion, nor does it discriminate against any religion. Next we have seen secularism is important for a country to function democratically. It is essential for a democratic country to be secular because it has to protect the freedom of individuals to exit from their religion or adopt another religion or have the freedom to interpret religious teachings differently. And the next we have discussed, even the dominant religious group, say Hinduism in India, may face a lot of resistance from fellow members of the same community. And the last thing we have learned that the state can intervene in religion in order to prevent evil social practice. Our constitution guarantees fundamental rights that are based on the secular principles. So I hope that you have got my points, you have understood the topic. Thank you very much. Bye all.